Okay, where's Silent? I gotta show it to him. I'm just being a llama on a donkey. Nothing special. He walks backwards. You ever see a llama on a donkey and you just kinda back off? You know, just in case. What is up, the world of the living? My name is BluJayGames. Welcome back to Truly Bedrock. Friends, allow me to introduce you to my new best friend. This here is Mason. No, that's not his name, that's his profession. Although I don't know. What's your name again? Honestly, I need to name every single person in this entire village. So far, I love every single one of my tiny idiots. And the only guy that I actually gave a name to is the only one that actually is of no use to me. And his name is Patient. And he sure is very patient. Back to our new best friend, Mason. Why is he my best friend? Because he sells, he buys flipping stone. Stone! I mean, he also buys granite, which I will not understand, but stone! We can monetize the literal earth. Not ground, mind you, but, you know, ground too, to a certain degree. He also sells bricks, which would save me a hassle of constantly having to smell them myself. But anyway, yeah, every morning he will come out and offer me some emeralds in exchange for the most basic material there is right after cobblestone and maybe sliced bread. So, how shall I use this amazing power? Well, first I need to build him a really nice house because, well, he deserves it. Second, I wanted to find him a good roommate to be our local fisherman. And thirdly, I wanted to maybe get some stuff going myself. I wanted to kind of utilize the emeralds he gives for a bit of a quest of my own, for a bit of a trading booth, mind you. Now, if you just take a look at me, you will notice that I am currently not really equipped properly. I have my diamond hat, I have my diamond footwear, I don't got my diamond chestplate because, well, first of all, diamond armor is kind of overkill for what we do around here. We don't really fight dragons, you know, we don't really slay withers, we kind of build stuff. But still though, having a steady supply of diamonds would be a nice idea. So I decided to go for the oldest, easiest trick in the book. And what we shall do is we shall get to our good old friends, toolsmiths. We shall exchange some of the emerald goodness for their pickaxes. We shall unenchant the bad ones and resell the good ones. And then we will sell those pickaxes for 2 diamonds each over at the starter village. Now, if you're wondering why am I trying to sell it over at the starter area and not at the designated shopping one, well, the answer is pretty easy. Okay, there's several answers. One of them is the really honest one, and the other is the actually legal one. The really honest one is that the shopping area hasn't really been started yet, and if I just start selling stuff in there, no one will know, no one will notice. But at the same time, right now is the only chance to strike, because this is, in the history of the server, the only moment when not everybody has diamond tools, and not everybody has even diamonds to purchase them. And at the same time, this is the moment where everybody is kind of trying to pull together to the community building area, and therefore when they will be scouting for a little plot to build in, they will obviously stumble upon my little tiny pop-up shop. And that's what it also is planned to be, honestly, a pop-up shop. I don't plan on selling and restocking it forever. I just want this to actually be a limited offer. So if you are on the server, if you are in need of good pickaxes, might want to get on this real quick, like right after you see this video, or maybe even before if you can. That would be nice, because honestly this should sell like hotcakes. Okay, let's see, where would be a good place for the pop-up shop? Now, on one hand, Nether Hub. Logic. Nether Hub is something everybody uses and something I basically own as, you know, the person who made it so far. Yeah, mostly made it. Some nether portals were actually made by the people who own them, the bases that they lead to, but most of the tunnels are dug or the very least expanded by yours truly, so I think they owe me this one. Or, alternatively, and holy poop, yeah, that's Lyarrah's house. Yeah, that's good. That's real good. Is she seriously the first person with a proper complete house in this? Wow, that's some quality housage. Yeah, that's really cool. Fresh on the block and already outrunning basically everybody in the community area at the very least. Although, yeah, the Enchantorium came first, and now that I think about it, where do you need a pickaxe more than right in front of the library in which you enchanted, right? So, how about we just kinda plop it approximately right here, plop a chest, blom. Yeah, only 3, but I'll deliver the remaining 26. Don't worry, I will, not 26, how many, 27 minus 3, 24. Yeah, I'll get remaining 24, don't worry, it will only take an in-game month. Anyway, we put another 24 in here and we're basically done, right? Well, yeah, about that. We kind of would be done, usually, that would be the functional way, just put a sign that says, take 1, put 2 diamonds each. So, yeah, would declare a price. But really, this is me we're talking about. I can't just barge in, plop a chest and say that I'm done with it. No, this demands an actual tiny storefront in front of it. Like some sort of a wandering trader cart. And yes, I love the wandering traders in this game. I love their textures, I love their llamas, I love everything about them. The problem is they despawn. After a while they are programmed to despawn and disappear, meaning that we can't just trap one in here and have him as a, you know, store keep, even for show, because obviously he will not exchange anything for emeralds. Yeah, even for show we can't do that, because he will just disappear on us, and that's honestly really disappointing. I wish it wasn't the case. So, how would one go about even creating a palette for a wandering trader's cart if they, you know, used actual cards instead of just llamas? Well, let's take a look at the actual thing for a bit. He's basically, okay, he's actually a lot of colors. He is blue in the coat, he is gold in the little, you know, coat decorations. He is red in his scarf that hides his face, in his ninja mask, and he is green in his undercoat, which lends credence to the theory that wandering traders are former nitwits. And it seems that they are nitwits, not from this version of the game, because nitwits from this version of the game don't look like that. They actually have very short coat of the green. Their only half of their body is that way. And this guy obviously has a full-on green shirt that goes all the way to his belt, which also nice belt. My point being, this guy actually has a very intricate color scheme, and I love how festive he looks as a result. Now, we can actually steal his llamas if we kill him, which I don't plan on doing, but I know some people who already have his llamas, so we can probably take them from them, or maybe even buy them from them. But I think if we wanted to resemble that particular color scheme, our best bet would be blue wool, interchanged with yellow concrete of both varieties to create some texture, and all indentations would need to be made out of red wool or red concrete, one or the other. And then we could do this, And you know what? Now that I think about it, instead of all that, we can do something more of this looking, where the bottom would be the spruce planks of the actual cart with the wheels and whatnot, and the top would be made out of blue with obviously yellow gold kind of deal. Actually, let me look up yellow terracotta. No, that's not how you spell yellow, not in the slightest. Okay, yellow terracotta interchanged with yellow concrete to create some sort of a very festive feel to it. And the innards of the cart will be steel red. And now all we need to do is add the roof of the cart, made out of blue wool obviously, to resemble the actual, yeah. And now we need to make this scale model into an actual full-size cart. It's not quite as good as I imagined it, but I gotta admit, it doesn't matter because I will be removing this thing soon enough. Yeah, this is but a temporal structure. I was hoping to take it out once I'll be done selling the current batch. And the current batch so far is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ish. I will need to stockpile. I will need to stock up on them. Oh. And also, there's now a free skin pack / map that you can just download for free on the Minecraft marketplace. It's done by one of my favorite creators, GruvaGuy Productions, and it allows you to look like one of the trading villager traders, or as one of his llamas. With 3D snouts, mind you, so that's impressive. But enough of that tomfoolery. We have a house to build for a person who's supposed to be building the houses. Yeah, he's a mason. His house is supposed to be better than everybody else's. And frankly, I've lived in a village a bit by visiting my grandma, and that usually would be the situation. The guy who everybody else would usually commission to help around with their houses and the planning and whatnot would be the guy with like the best house ever, even though he wasn't that rich himself. Anyway, that's beside the point. What's on the point is that we need to put together a nicely looking house using the same materials that everybody else, and yeah, it will be a tiny bit better than everybody else's, just because it will be both a 2-story house with a cellar, not a cellar, the cellar is on the other side, with the attic on top of everything, made out of, you know, because usually you would just have 1 story and an attic. This guy will have 1 story, and an attic on top. And on top of everything, the 2nd story of his will be made out of terracotta, of all things. So, while you are laying here, my friend, staring at the ceiling, allow me to quickly redecorate, and please ignore me walking on your face. It's only a metaphor for what I'll be doing for the rest of the series with every single villager ever. Walking all over them. And yes, that is a piston supposedly holding up a block of stairs right over the stone cutter. It's kind of decorative, and it's kind of stupid because you know that the piston won't reach a block lower, but I attempted already to place this entire contraption 1 block lower, and turned out that if you cover a workbench of a villager with a block, they will distinguish it as non-usable, and that's a bit of a problem. That's actually pretty exploitable if you want workbenches that the villagers will not themselves connect to. I mean, just place a block over them, that should work. Of course this building is up to code. Cry out loud, you're such a butt! Stop backseat building, seriously. Hey Silent, let me take a look at the house that I just put together. Yeah, would you look at that? It's actually looking really nice. It looks pretty advanced and just a tiny bit more modern than the rest of the houses, which I am fine with. I feel that that's okay if one of the houses is tiny bit different and tiny bit more interesting. Though right here I feel it would be better if we used one particular way of making a window that I have, well, not invented, mind you, but I have been using for quite a while. It's just, instead of actual window thing, like a transparent block, a fence post, a flappy flap like on that one, we just use the this thing, the stairs, to create some sort of window dressing, and I feel it kind of looks nice. I feel it kind of looks really good. There's another thing that people have been using ever since trapdoors existed, and that is putting blocks like that to create the illusion that the trapdoors are actually window, window cover-ups, that if this person wants someone to stop throwing rocks at him through his window, he'll just like shut them on themselves. And you know what? Just looking at it right now, I started to realize that maybe the acacia trapdoors would look rather nice in this build, particularly because of how much red brick I'm using. So that the red of the brick wouldn't clash with the orange of the acacia thingamajigs. So yeah, that's just me thinking out loud, honestly. And you know what? Just to enforce this illusion even more, how about we actually make, yeah, the trapdoor like that in here? I know. It looks alright. It looks fitting. It looks good, even. No matter what some villagers might tell you. Crying out loud, you get someone who actually knows their stuff in the materials, and you basically get an architectural lecture every time you place a block. So this build is looking mighty fine. Oh, I forgot to fill in the roof. Ahem. As I was saying, this house is coming together nicely, and it looks pretty sweet. It definitely looks like a very sizable upgrade compared to other houses around, particularly that one, the only other sizable two-story, double-story thing with a shop in the bottom and the living area and up front. However, this house does not have an outer area in which you can walk up and down, so there is no risk of villagers kind of getting stuck or anything, which kind of brings me to the idea that maybe it would be a nice idea to have a stairway like this on this side and have another storefront on the side of the house, like a second person living in the house will be living on the second story up here and not using the lower one. But I don't know. Honestly, I love the way the villagers can like walk up and down stairs and like sleep upstairs and live downstairs. But the two houses that already have that system implemented, which is the cleric one and the librarian, are kind of frustrating because, yeah, the sun is about to go up and it will take the cleric kind of short of forever to go down and actually trade with me. If at all, because sometimes he just gets stuck up there for no good reason and just stares at a wall for a bit. Yes. However, this also highlights the idea that this house is way too big for one person. We need another villager in there. Well, we don't really need another villager, but I feel it would be nice if the mason actually had some sort of other guy living with him, just as a friend, as a neighbor, as a roomie, as a spouse, perhaps. I don't know. It's their thing, alright? I'm not getting into their relationship. Wingus and Dingus have been living together for ages now, and I still don't really understand whether they're brothers or roommates, or whether maybe one of them is actually female and a wife. I have no idea, to be honest. Those two scare me sometimes. Okay, let's see. This guy for some reason defaulted to silent. What are you? What are you doing, Silent? Get yourself some wings, seriously. They're already being sold in the area. Okay, yeah, as I was saying. Hello. Yeah, this guy, I feel like I don't want him to be a cleric, but I also don't really want him to be a not this. Of all possible villagers, honestly, now that I've been spoiled by this particular trade, I feel like it would be nice to have another one of Masons. Just, you know, having him as a bit of apprentice, as a bit of, you know, junior to this guy's master. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna plop around a second bed. And yes, I know, the interior is a complete disaster. You're not supposed to see it. Relax. And I'm gonna go and grab my own, actually, stonecutter from the house and plop it over at the stonecutter plaza. Seeing how the house for it is like way too big. Also, we're having mild realm lag, which I don't understand and I don't know what is happening with. Okay, did that guy already change a profession to something? No. He's remaining a cleric for no good reason, even though there's like no place for another cleric. Alright, what if we put... I'm guessing the only other area where we can do this is right next to it. So, if I let you out, do you promise to actually go into the house? Okay, it might take some convincing to get this guy to actually apply to the job. But I'm pretty sure this fella around here can convince him with his incredibly rich and amazing house. Hey guys, hey guy, do you want to live like this? Well, then become a mason. Because everybody in this game about building wants us to be able to build a nice house, right? That's logic for you. Seriously, please change the profession. I really want to be able to make twice as many emeralds just selling the most basic of the resources. There we go, a happy mason family. This guy is currently a master. Our little apprentice is looking pretty snazzy in his new clothes. Honestly, the masons actually have a really cool skin, in my personal opinion. And let's put them to a good use. Alright, you gentlemen, we need to upgrade to a point where you will be receiving a lot of stone per day. Bum 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 bum. And bum 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 bum. And there you go. And from here on out, just through stone and granite, we are so gonna rock it. Okay, guys, I have half a chest of diamond pickaxes to trade for, so we better get going. And this should be enough to actually stock the store. Yeah, I got some unenchanted ones, some plain ones, but whoever will have to buy them, well, I'm sorry, it's not your lucky day, and I'm not lowering the price just for them. So, you know, it's your fault if you got those. You snooze, you lose. It did say that the stock is limited, so I warned you. And also, you're getting a diamond pickaxe that costs 3 diamonds to make for 2 diamonds, and you're saving a diamond anyway. Which does lead me into a bit of a situation where I realized that this kind of leads to the diamond inflation and diamond devaluation, but we'll see. We'll figure out. Hopefully there is some interest. Actually, to think about it, I could probably provoke some interest by creating a visibility of scarcity by, instead of stocking my shop fully, I could stock it fully, but then replace several pickaxes by pretend purchases. Basically pretending that somebody already bought them. That's a thought, because you open the chest, you see cheap pickaxes, and oh, they almost run out. I should buy some, and that will help me get rid of my stock faster. Anyway, that's a mute point, because someone already bought some. Holy poop, 6 diamonds, 6 sales already. That's impressive. That's good. That's really, really good. And yeah, this pickaxe will be kind of out of place. Alright, 3 more in case of something. I'll put them in later. But look at that, 6 diamonds already made. That's not even pants. Oh well, I'll leave them in here to remain. And wow, this is incredible. This is really, really good. Some money has been made today. Before the episode even came out. So that's just wow. Also, Lyarrah's house is now complete and very intimidating. Man, this is some quality architecture right here. I love how it's kind of tells the story with the size of the reinforcement, with the size of fundament, and it's very reasonable that the fundament would be so high, considering that it is a house built on a sandy shore, and obviously it needs to be supported really heavily. And yes, I am stalling for time because I can't find my stupid donkey. Where did that animal go? It was just right here. I stepped away from it for like half a second. And suddenly it's on the other side of the... Oh, there you are. Hi. Yes, let's go home, donkey.
Hello, Zloy.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm doing great, especially now that you actually live somewhere around here.
Yeah, I got a home. You gave me the crappy village. Thanks.
I didn't give you anything. I said that it's
you
there.
You said I could have it.
And there's... You can have any village on the entire server. That's not taken.
It was the only one close by.
Well, yeah, okay, yes. And also it had, what, 2 double spawners in it?
Yeah, pretty much. So I'm not really I'm not really complaining about that.
Yep. So, again, why are you here?
Well, you see, Mr. Zloy, I'm not feeling so good. Blah. And then that too.
I don't have any inventory space to fit this in.
Oh, you think I want it?
No, can you please hold it? We'll go drop it off at a place because you're here for gunpowder, right?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, and I have all my gunpowder in my own donkey, but it's not parked here at the moment. It's at my village.
Oh, of course. Where's your village at?
My village is just right around the corner. I mean, there wasn't one, but I've built it.
Yeah, I like it.
Thank you. It's getting cozier and cozier.
Population 6.
Actually 7.5.
That should be 66. Oh, 7.5? What?
Yeah, here's the half.
Oh, I see. Do you count as a half as well?
No, I'm not living in it technically. I'm living outside, so I don't count towards the population. So where's my stupid donkey?
Yeah, these guys are really annoying. They're always walking all over.
Oh, there he is. Hey, donkey. Let's get into your inventory and let's, here we go. Stack, and another 3.
Oh, very nice. Thank you. How did you get all of this? This is Bedrock. You're not allowed to procure this much.
Oh, I had a looting sword for forever, so I've been just killing. Can you drop me all the rotten flesh now?
There you go.
There we go. And
gold too, because you're a big man.
Yeah, and that gold will do me plenty when I'll be curing even more villagers. So, do you want to know why I needed that rotten flesh?
Oh, you have a cleric.
Yep. Just a single
32
one.
to 1. That is terrible.
It is, but sadly it's the lowest they go. But
is it?
Yeah, it is. That's like,
oh man,
all of them will have the exact same price, but I'm pretty sure you're not in a position to complain about the lack of rotten flesh anyway.
But I mean, it used to go down to like 27 or something.
Yeah, depending on how on what cleric did you get.
So it's 4 emeralds for 1 glowstone dust, is that right?
Yes.
And 4 bunny feet for 1 emerald. So you need 16 bunny feet for 1 glowstone.
That is a lot of dead rabbits.
That is. That is not a very good trade at all.
So where'd you been getting that rotten flesh anyway?
Well, you mentioned a double spawner. There's actually a drowned, or well, a zombie and skeleton spawner right by that Acacia village. So I turned that into a drowned farm, and that happens to drop like a bunch of flesh and also a bunch of gold, like AFK, which is super nice.
That's cool because the double spawner I was talking about is the cave spider one. I had no idea that there's another one under there.
Yeah, there's another one just like over in that area. And then BJ took the double cave spider. Oh, stupid berry bushes. Oh my god. How did you run over all of those?
Skills?
I walk this way all the time.
It's like skills question mark?
Yeah.
I don't actually.
Oh yeah, by the way, it's not a bridge over here. Can you build me a bridge?
Oh, I need to build a bridge like directly from my island to your area, not this stuff.
I also lost my lead. Anyway, the double spawner is over this way.
This is why you carry around a boat. Okay?
As you build a bridge.
Mm-hmm. I'll refine it later. Cut to like episode 50.
Yeah.
Half a year later when the log is still there. Alright.
That's how it's gonna be. That is how it's gonna be.
Absolutely. There's nothing as long lasting as something that you put there temporarily. So them doubles.
Anyway, so the double spawner's down this super janky staircase. I've not made it very pretty down here. I'm planning on doing bubble columns up, but in the meantime, we have head banging staircase all the way down.
Oh, while we're not there, did you get my llama with care package?
Yes, I did actually. Well, I mean, you kind of didn't leave it for me. I literally had to go to your house and pick it up myself, so that was a great delivery.
Look, I live 10 blocks away from the community area. You were supposed to come here anyway.
Excuses.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I can't deliver a llama full of good stuff to you if you don't have a place where you live yet.
Well, I mean,
Ow.
that's okay. That's more reasonable. That's a better excuse. Anyway, as you can see, this is the double spawner. We got a skeleton spawner up there, and then we got a zombie spawner over there, and then both the guys, or all the guys, just kind of drop down into this little hole.
Go figure.
Yeah. And then we got a trident killer as well, so it's completely AFK. If you're holding a looting sword as well, then you get
Which
the
I
looting
am, by the
effect,
way.
too. Oh, nice. So yeah,
Does
this
it
is how I'm
matter,
getting
like, does
gold.
it count no matter what player holds the looting sword in the area?
I think you might have to recast the tridents if you want it to work for you, because I threw the tridents, but
Yeah.
otherwise it works pretty fine. One thing I did notice is that if they're wearing Thorns armor, you might actually take a hit of damage though, so...
Meh. I doubt it's gonna kill anyone.
Yeah. Unless you're AFK overnight, which is what I was trying to do.
Oh, did you die?
No. Surprisingly. I set up a macro to try and eat food.
A macro, also known as I've put a cup over my right click.
Pretty
Wait,
much.
it still drops experience that way.
Yeah.
Minecraft.
Fully AFK experience.
How stupid are you?
It's Bedrock. What do you expect? Did you have high expectations to begin with?
And I don't know.
Exactly.
I did not expect tridents to even kill anything like that, but I mean, why wouldn't they, right? Makes all sorts of logical sense.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
You might get some bugged out experience too.
It will find a way to you eventually. Wow. So, do you know what I'm thinking right about now?
Probably something evil.
Nah, actually just way to farm emeralds using this entire setup. I mean, there already is
right.
one, considering that this farm produces bones. But rotten flesh and gold are both exchangeable for emeralds at clerics. And clerics can be made easily if you have a brewing stand. So we just breed up several villagers, we put them down here, and we tell them to be clerics, and they become clerics.
That sounds lovely. Can we do that?
We should be able to, especially since you have an entire village nearby.
Yeah.
The
well,
breeding
thing is,
mechanics are a mystery to me, mind you. I haven't yet figured that one out.
Yeah, the breeding isn't too big of a deal. You just gotta have extra beds and food.
Alright.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess that's fuel for the future episodes. Just like that bridge that we need to establish.
So we'll get back to this at episode 75, but thank you guys for watching. We'll see you in the next episode.
Mm-hmm. And that, my friends, actually got me filled in on the diamond pickaxes. That's right, there's an entire chest, well, almost, because some were already bought, that you, well, not you, but, you know, the Truly Bedrock members can now buy. Which I honestly love, because, my friends, this means that some of other content creators on the server won't have to waste their time digging for diamonds as much as they would have if not for my humble services. So I feel incredibly useful to the overall society of Truly Bedrock, And if suddenly FoxyNoTails, well, not FoxyNoTails, because he's probably gonna record a video about branch mining anyway. Anyway, yeah, if suddenly half of the whitelist is producing twice more videos than they usually do, you know who to thank. Okay, I'm kidding, but still though. Anyway, Silent and I have actually quite some things planned up for his current savannah village behind the swamps, and I have quite some plans for my own for the village around here. We might take a detour next episode and actually do something different for a change, but don't worry, we are so very close to finishing this thing. Just couple more villagers and we are about done, and we'll be able to just have this little place for ourselves and farm emeralds using it and all that kind of cool stuff. But for now, that's gonna be it for today's episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. This has been SlackLizard, this has been Truly Bedrock. To be continued. Have a good one. Bye bye.